Hello and welcome to the Brick Creek. Today with the review of the very large, very heavy and very cool Rael Mercedes-Benz Unimog Camper 6X6. That's not really true, but okay. And here are two big instruction booklets, together 500 pages. They're identical in front and back, only the number 1 and 2. Okay. Model number LE-J907, 6,600 pieces, 9 motors. LED light. Oh, I forgot to show in the German version the LED light. Because I have to look on which. Okay, later. First thing first. This is an enormous big model and an absolutely great set. But we start at the beginning. Assembly. The design of the assembly is great. Is really no big problems or issues. Some mistakes in the instructions I came later to, but overall it's a clean, good assembly process of, I would say, depends on your experience and everything, I would say between 22 and 30 hours. We have 15 building steps here. You have a lot of space for the cable management, that's great. We have really not to bend something to get it assembled or something like that, or it's really too small or filigree, you know what I mean. No super fancy techniques, building techniques, so it's a really solid, cool, straight build. You see what you assemble, you know what for which functions it is, you see how it works, at least in the beginning. And these are two parts. So the first part is the Unimog, and here this whole box, the camper, you can disconnect. And you have to disconnect sometimes, I tell you in a few seconds why. Okay, so the assembly process is really entertaining, enjoyable. And it's big, but it's really good to assemble. And I got it faster assembled than I expected. So that's really good. Okay, the size. I don't know the weight at the moment when I record this video. I will measure the weight later, but you've seen it in the set info. Okay, 78 centimeters in length. We got, when it's not grown since the German version, we have 33.5 centimeters in height, and we have a width of 24.5 centimeters. And the weight, I don't know, between 3 and 5 kilograms, I don't know. 9 motors. There are 5 XL motors assembled in the set, a servo motor, a L motor, and 2 M motors. And the 4 of the XL motors are connected each to one wheel, and the second or the fifth is for the front. Mistakes. There are some mistakes in the instructions here. The instructions is okay, mostly from the viewing perspective, the angles, so you can see what you're doing or what you have to do. Sometimes there are only mistakes that shows you pins that are not there because they get assembled 2 steps later, but you see them already outgrade or something like that. But so no problem, stay calm, everything is alright. But perhaps there are 2 versions. Perhaps you have to change one differential, flip it 180 degree. With my version it was not necessary, but some viewers told me they had to do it with their version. Okay. That's everything, I believe. Okay, one design flaw. The designer thought, I believe, this set will not come with this RC, because this RC can only address one box at a time. There are 2 boxes, battery box, 2.4 GHz receiver and Bluetooth connector, all 3 things in one box, here connected. One is connected in the frame of the Unimog and one is sitting at the side here where you see the spare tire. On the other side is a panel. There are 2 motors for the functions inside here and the battery box. And they sit only a centimeter away. So if you want to charge the battery boxes, you have to disconnect the upper part here from the lower part to get them charged. To use all the functions, we have to power off one box and then power on the other box. So you can't do fancy things while driving. Okay, we have driving is on a function, and this here is on one receiver, at least in my version, and the other 2 functions are 2 or 3? 2 functions are on the other battery box. So you have to change and choose what you're doing. But normally when you drive you won't use this platform, or you won't use other things I show you later, 3 functions. But that's one mistake. The steering wheel, it steers. It goes with you steering, but in the opposite direction. There's a design flaw. Just change one of the gears onto the other pin, I believe, and then it will go in the right direction. Just watch what you're doing. And then another thing is, of course, the highly weight. So the suspensions are here, they are not getting the weight done. We need more suspensions or the higher suspensions from the Greenhound buggy. This one had really high suspension weight. This here is at the end, nearly at the end, only with its own weight. So, okay, this is, but not a set for off-road. It's cool driving outside, straights, a little hill, a little downward, but not off-road. Okay, and another thing is, to get it really connected, it needs a little bit here of, it's connected with 10 pins. 2 to connect the camper with this part, and the others to connect the whole thing together. Okay, that are the things. So now I show you, this has an interior. Yes, it has an interior. You've seen on the pictures. If you want to see more, look the 2 or watch the 2 assembly videos. This has a nice interior. It's a really big, cool Technic modular house. Big modular, but modular. Okay, so I'm connected at the moment to the battery box that is not driving, so I'll show you the functions first before I do this, this process 2 times. Okay, we have 2 functions. Okay, for one, I have to flip the B. If you want to carry it around, be careful that you are getting your hands onto the frame and not on the upper body, or it will disconnect. It's really heavy. Or I have a big, not too strong, but so. That's cool, isn't it? Of course, you can flip the lever totally down. Isn't it cool? This is the panel I told you. Okay. Next function. Of course, we can open the doors. We can open the hood here a little bit. There's a little gap here. But if you shorten the tubes more than it shows you in the instructions, then you can put the hood here a little bit more in the position it should be. Then we have openable doors with an opening and easy opening and closing mechanism. We can open here these two, and of course we have the cycle I show you later. And now I have to flip this thing again to get, that's what I meant. It easy disconnects, but mostly the weight holds it in a position. Just see. Okay. So now comes the annoying thing. Don't laugh. And I hope you have time. I have big hands, so I have to move my finger to power off this box. Okay, it seems that it's powered off, and power to the next. Okay. So driving, or at least how I connected it, is you have you need two connections. So the lower version here, I connected it is A, and A is one of the XL motors alone. B are the 4 XL motors from the back. And you see, it's driving a lot faster. And now you have the possibility to push the button here, and then it connects A. Where have I the LED lights? I don't know. No. No. I don't know where I connected the LED lights, but it doesn't matter. Okay. They are here. They are. I'm pretty sure they're working. I assembled them. I haven't tested. Okay, but it doesn't matter. And so you see B, and when I push here, I can. Then A is A and B. Yes. So you see, then he is for his size. For his size, he's really big. We have the interior. You've seen on the pictures a little bit of them. One thing you can easy get access at least a little bit to the interior. And we have here a toilet, possibility to wash your hands, and a sink, yes, a sink, and a shower. Then here's a wall, and here in the back part you have a possibility to cook and clean, a microwave, the ladder that goes in and out, a TV, a movable table or adjustable table in height, so perfectly. We have a couch, a U-shaped couch, and some flowers and so on. And the cool thing is, like in the real campers, you can lower the table a little bit lower than the possibility to sit, lay over mattresses. Then you have a big bed. So and a ventilator. We have two here. Okay, we have this is a small puppet house, and if you have action figures this height, military action figures or family action figures, because this easily looks like a military vehicle. But I think you can play with this car as a child really well. It's stable. Okay, this connects easy, but when you really need or use your time, I believe now it's clicked in. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's not really clicked in. Now, okay, after charging, if you need some, if you have some time, it's easy to get it connected. And more often you do it, the pins are not holding so well, so it's getting easier, and you need to do it to charge, I said. But I think it's pretty cool to play. So it drives, it has cool functions, it's openable, it's playable. So this is a set for children too, not only for the strange adults like us that plays obviously with toys, love toys. Man, these two pins, I don't know why they are so resistant. I let you open for the pictures you've already seen. I take now. Okay, so I showed you the file. Perhaps you can disconnect it at all. So you see this here. That was the reason. So you see, this is and then we have the spare tire. Isn't it cool? The mechanism is made with rubber band. One big issue I had in the beginning. When the set came, it was a big box. I put all the boxes out, and there was a big bag with all the electronic components. Then there was loose all bags building step 1 and 5 or 6 more with all the pins for all building steps. And then there were 4 bigger bags with the building steps 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on till 15. And then I started assembling and parts were missing. I had the plastic joints for, the normal plastic joints you need every time here for the cars and everything that moves to connect the axles. But this has metallic joints. And now this is the bummer. If you get it packed like me, you open all the bags 1, then you open all the bags with no number, you are loose in the package, and after building a while you don't recognize that joints are missing because there are the plastic ones, but you're noticing at one point you have missing pieces. And so I opened the big bag with the building steps 2, 3 and 4, and inside there were also 2 unnumbered bags with the missing pieces, and in the big bag 5, 6 and 7 were the metal joints. So if you get it packed like me, open everything, put out all the bags with no numbers because they are needed for all the building steps. And so you can replace in the beginning the joints, the plastic one with the metals. Okay, here the cycle, the motorcycle. It's made of system bricks and Technic parts. It's nice. It's a nice little build. I think it's cool. Oh, it's just accessory. It's just accessory, but I think it's a cool one. I don't complain about this bike. It's a nice and easy build too. And I don't know if I said it in the German version. I don't believe this is a stolen Mog. I haven't found a Mog that looks quite like this here and has the size and the function. So I believe Rael did this here on its own, and it's with the small mistakes, but it's still a really, really, really cool set. But what have I done with the light? On one function there must... Oh. I don't know. Okay. You see, this baby needs some pretty space to turn. When I said goodbye, stay tuned, because I show you some driving scenes on my property outside, if the weather is still stable. Okay. So I believe I said everything. If you have any questions, write me in the comments. I try to answer. If you have this set and have some additional thoughts and things to tell, write it in the comments, please. I'm happy if there's some more community asking, and I don't have time to answer every question, but perhaps the community can help each other. So, but I try always to answer, not always possible. So, okay, I believe I said everything. So, this is with $300, I believe, not a cheap set. I admit, it's not cheap, but nearly 7,000 pieces, 9 motors, 2 battery boxes, and everything in a really good, high quality. That's Go Bricks pieces. Rael uses the same stone producer or pieces producer, stone. We in Germany say that it's a Lego stone, not brick. So this is stone, Steine. So the quality is 99% at the level of Lego. 1 or 2 pieces are a little bit not so good as Lego, and some pieces are better than Lego. Some pins are a little bit harder to push than Lego, and some axles are a little bit harder. But so the power to hold everything together here is absolutely no problem. For all that you perhaps are a Lego fan and have seen your first video, not Lego video you're watching. I don't know if you're new to the channel and new to the alternative Lego companies. Okay, that's everything I have to say. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. I'm Frank, your Brick Freak, and I catch you in the next one. Bye bye.